Right now, millions of people feel like they're falling behind in life. And the crazy part is most of them are under 25. In fact, studies show that young adults today feel more lost about their future than any generation before them. Not because they're lazy, not because they're incapable, but because they're constantly comparing their real lives to someone else's highlight reel. And if you're watching this in 2026 thinking, I still don't know what I'm doing with my life, I need you to hear something first. You're not late, you're not broken, and you're definitely not the only one feeling this way. The internet makes it look like everyone else has it figured out. Someone your age is starting a business. Someone else is traveling the world. Someone else has graduated with perfect grades. And meanwhile, you're sitting there thinking, why do I still feel stuck? But here's what nobody tells you. Most of those people feel lost too. They're just better at hiding it. Let me be honest for a second. There was a time when I felt completely lost. I was jumping between ideas, trying to find something that would finally make me feel like I was on the right path. One week I was motivated. The next week I was procrastinating. I'd watch motivational videos, feel fired up for 2 days, and then go right back to feeling stuck again. And that cycle is exhausting. Because being lost doesn't just mean you don't know what to do. It means every decision starts to feel heavier. You question your choices. You overthink everything. You compare yourself to everyone around you. And eventually you start believing that everyone else is moving forward while you're just standing still. But here's the twist most people miss. Feeling lost is not actually the problem. The real problem is what you do when you feel lost. Most people respond in one of 3 ways. The first one is distraction. When you feel lost, it's easy to escape into scrolling, gaming, binge watching, or constantly refreshing social media. Hours go by, and for a moment you forget about the pressure. But when the distraction ends, the feeling comes back even stronger. The second reaction is panic. You start thinking you need to fix everything immediately. You try 5 different plans at once. New routines, new goals, new habits. And because it's too much too fast, burn out within a few weeks. And the third reaction is the most dangerous one. Giving up quietly. You start telling yourself things like, maybe I'm just not that ambitious, or maybe success isn't for me. And little by little, your expectations for yourself start shrinking. But here's something important. And the people who eventually figure things out are not the people who never felt lost. They're the people who learned how to move while feeling lost. That's the real skill. So if you still feel lost in 2026, I want to give you 3 shifts that can change the way you approach your life starting today. The first shift is this. Stop waiting for clarity before taking action. Most people think they need to discover their purpose before they start doing anything meaningful. But clarity rarely comes from thinking. It comes from doing. You don't find direction by sitting still and overanalyzing your future. You find direction by experimenting. Try things, learn skills, work on small projects, explore interests. Not everything you try will be the right path, but every attempt gives you information about yourself. And over time, those small experiments start forming a direction. Think of it like walking through fog. You can't see the entire road ahead, but you can see the next few steps, and that's enough. The second shift is learning to reduce the noise around you. Right now, you are probably consuming more information in a week than people used to consume in a year. Advice from podcasts, TikTok tips, productivity hacks, career opinions from strangers online. And when your brain is constantly filled with other people's ideas about what life should look like, it becomes almost impossible to hear your own voice. Sometimes feeling lost isn't because you lack direction. It's because you're surrounded by too many directions. Try this simple reset. For 1 week, reduce the noise. Less scrolling, less comparison, less outside opinions. Give your brain space to think again. You'll be surprised how much clarity appears when the constant input disappears. The third shift is redefining what progress actually looks like. We've been taught that progress means big milestones, graduations, promotions, huge achievements. But most real progress happens quietly. It looks like waking up 1 hour earlier to work on something you care about. It looks like studying when you'd rather procrastinate. It looks like showing up consistently even when results aren't immediate. Those small actions don't feel impressive in the moment, but they compound over time. And here's the powerful part. The moment you focus on daily progress instead of life-changing breakthroughs, the pressure starts to drop. You stop feeling like you have to solve your entire future today. You just focus on the next step. Another thing people don't talk about enough is identity. When you feel lost, it's easy to think your identity's fixed. You start labeling yourself. I'm the unmotivated one. I'm the confused one. I'm the person who never finishes things. But identity is flexible. It changes based on what you repeatedly do. If you study today, even for 20 minutes, you're becoming a student. If you exercise today, even for 10 minutes, you're becoming someone who takes care of their body. If you work on a project today, you're becoming someone who creates. Those small actions reshape how you see yourself. And when your identity starts changing, your confidence slowly starts growing with it. Now, here's the part that might surprise you. There is no single moment where your entire life suddenly becomes clear. Most people imagine that one day they'll wake up and everything will finally make sense. But in reality, life is more like a puzzle you build piece by piece. You try something, you learn from it, you adjust, and slowly the picture becomes clearer. The people you admire most probably felt lost at some point too. The difference is they kept moving anyway. So if you're watching this and you still feel lost in 2026, take a breath. Seriously, you're not behind. You're just in the middle of figuring things out. And that's exactly where most meaningful lives begin. So tonight I want you to do something simple. Don't try to redesign your entire future. Just pick one small step forward, one skill to practice, one assignment to finish, one idea to explore, one thing that moves you slightly closer to the person you want to become. That's it. And then tomorrow, do it again. Because the truth is, the opposite of being lost is not having everything figured out. The opposite of being lost is moving. And if you keep moving long enough, eventually the path starts revealing itself. Let's keep going, and until we yeet again.